Hello, welcome back. I'm Mike with Mobile Elite Auto, and you are here with us in between two lifts, literally. I have Warren with me again, and today we're going to talk about extended warranties. Should you invest? What are the alternatives? And the first thing I want to say about that, when I was at the dealership, it used to be just a few extended warranties, but they're popping up like weeds now. I don't know how many.
I don't even think you can count them all.
Right.
I really don't. I don't think even on a quick Google search I did,
Right.
I don't even see all the ones that I see that come through over the telephone when people are asking,
Right.
do you take this warranty? Do you take XYZ warranty? It's
Right.
not even always on the top list of the Google search.
Right.
But
one was crazy that I came across, and we're not just throwing names, but everything breaks. That was kind of funny to me.
everythingbreaks.com.
But that was a pretty cool named one. And the first thing I want to say about extended warranties is, they all sell you a dream and have long lists of things they cover. So you feel like, hey, in the event of a breakdown, I'm covered. So all I have to do is invest $100 a month, and whatever breaks on the car, it's going to be covered. I want to dispel that myth. It's not the long list of things that are covered. It's what's not covered, and that's a good question to ask when you're being cold called or whatever about extending the warranty, or a car dealership or independent car seller is selling you on an extended warranty. Is, yeah, I see this list of what is covered. I want to know what's not covered, so that way going in and you're making a wise decision on which extended warranty you're going to buy, because what's not covered, and that's not asked enough. So
No, I don't think it is asked enough. I think that there's a lot more not covered sometimes with a lot of the outfits, and that is a good question to slow down, to make sure you're getting the right information the first time before you just start paying a monthly fee for something that's not going to be covered on the car.
Right. And one thing is, everybody can't afford an extended warranty, and depending on the vehicle, a wiser decision might be to, hey, let me make a fund for a breakdown. A lot of people don't, what's the fun in preparing for a breakdown? You don't even want to speak that into existence, but it happens, and a lot of people don't plan for that. So it's like, yeah, I have this nice car, it's shiny, the car drives good, and yes, I can afford the car payment, I can afford the insurance, but what's not factored in is, if this car breaks on top of the car payment, on top of the insurance, is my car going to be at a standstill? Now I have to Uber everywhere, or can I afford the breakdown?
Yeah, I don't think I totally agree with that. There's not many people can afford their car to break down, nor do they put money back for it like we do for everything else.
Right.
If you're going to spend the money on a warranty, how much money are you going to spend? How much mileage is on your car? What's your common problems with your car? And you can ask your local mechanic what the common problems are, along with the search, to make sure before you make that decision on that. Hey, your extended warranty is expiring. I don't even have extended warranty. You're getting a robocall, but then you're afraid and you're buying out of fear instead of about researched information. How much am I spending? How much am I going to spend, and potentially, and what's going to go wrong with my car? I think those are all factors. And then if you have friends that have, similar cars to you, or same kind of class car that you have, and they have a warranty, and they've had experience with that warranty, or a good or a bad. I mean, word of mouth still is good for the warranty companies as well, not just a sponsored Google ad for their.
And one thing I never thought of, which we're getting into this era of being across all platforms, is we had a young gal that bought a car, and after she bought that car, she typed that type of car into TikTok or something, and all kind of videos popped up of the things they didn't like about that car. So, if that's your thing, TikTok or whatever platforms, put that car into the platform.
Yeah, put it in anywhere,
Right.
everywhere. Whatever information is king. So you can
Right.
get, even if it's bad information, you'll know not to get it. Or if it's good, whatever goes across the platforms that's congruent on that vehicle, along with the manufacturers and the people that you know. You know, some labels are better than others.
Right.
Some are not. Some just need a warranty. You know, if you're going to get that car. And get it checked out before.
And what was funny is she told me about the TikTok thing, that she punched it in TikTok and seen those videos, but she didn't tell me that until after we looked at it, and we told her one of the issues, what was wrong with it, which is a major repair is going to cost thousands to fix. As soon as I went in there and said it, she was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen it. Some people complaining about that on TikTok." So we saved her, in a sense, from making that purchase because she didn't have the money to buy the car and afford that high repair right off the back. So I guess in a sense, TikTok saved her, I guess. So
yeah, the research.
Right.
So it's essential to understand what's included and what's not included in it, and how much am I spending?
Right.
Not just, I need a new car. I need a different car. Sometimes you're going to buy a used car that's got more problems than what it's worth.
Right.
And it's clean and it drives good and the radio's great and the air conditioning is cold.
Right.
Well, is a compressor covered? If it goes out, I mean, or is it just the engine if there's an internal failure on the piston, and which rarely happens.
Right.
You know, I mean, most of the time it's a gasket will fail and then they'll get low and, oh, we don't cover gaskets.
Right.
Oh, but my engine went bad. Yeah, but it went bad because of the gasket, so we're not covering it.
Right.
So make sure you know that.
And that's a excuse me. And also attest to different cars and what breaks down. That extended warranty, they're in business to make money, so they're not going to put the same warranty on every car. Something that's more reliable, they're probably going to cover more than what they would cover something that has multiple breakdowns and across the board. So they're going to give you, typically they'll give you a longer warranty, and they're going to cover more on a car that's more reliable because the potential of them having to pay for something is low. So it kind of a risk level. They're in business to make money, not to shell money out without bringing money in. So the more reliable cars are going to get a longer warranty.
They will get a longer warranty, and you're going to get a better car, and you're going to get covered if you need it.
Right.
It's cost, claim process, all that stuff has to come into play on what you're going to do.
Right. Right. So it's for instance, my Toyota, extended warranty. Oh yeah, that's a reliable car, low breakdown. I guess risk. We're going to cover it for 100,000 miles, and we're going to give you the wheel package. We're going to give you tow. I guess to kind of sweeten up the deal.
Sure. But it's peace of mind,
right?
And it's more of a bumper type,
right? It's kind of like that salesman that comes by and or old infomercials or late night QVC specials, or in a sense, hey, you're gonna get this, and also if you buy now, we're gonna throw this in. So
exactly,
they kind of try to see where you're at, and they're salesmen, so they're gonna sell the deal and whatever they have to add to kind of put the cherry on top. So
I think research is the key. Research and patience on it. I mean, if you have to make a snap decision based on something in just a few minutes and you don't have the proper information on the car, or you never even got the car on the lift and had it checked out by somebody, I mean, that would be a pre-purchase inspection is always recommended. I mean, not just by us at Mobile Elite, but by anybody.
Right.
Not if they're not going to let you get it checked out by a mechanic and they just want to sell you a warranty for another couple $1,000s and you don't even know what it covers, you never heard of them, you got to just back off. That's all.
Yeah. And then like one of our previous sessions, if they won't let you take that car and get it warmed up, like we tell people, if they call for a pre-purchase inspection, we want at least an hour, because we want 30 minutes of that time to take it on the freeway, get everything hot, warmed up, because more times than not, that's when the failure happens. So if that person or shop or whatever is not willing to let us or whoever's going out to drive that car, take it off the lot, get it warmed up, um, there's probably a reason for that. Yes, insurance reasons, they can tell you, oh, liability, blah, blah, blah. But I need to warm this car up because I want to know after I buy this car, and if I take a trip to Dallas, which, from here is probably about 40, 45 minutes, am I going to be broke down in Dallas because I didn't do that? So
yes, exactly.
So we would rather, before you buy it, for a breakdown on us, and we're calling them, telling them, hey, send a tow truck because this car you're trying to sell is broke down, versus you buying it, you only drove it around the block, not even enough time to warm it up, and you bought it and now you're locked in because they don't limit law. I don't think, don't quote me on this, I don't think it applies to used cars. That's more of a new car deal as far as limit law.
And if it breaks down right away, it wouldn't matter if you purchased a warranty or not, because there's a break-in period or whatever. There's a mileage that has to go before that warranty even covers it.
Right.
It's you can't buy a car that's broken and buy a warranty and hope they're going to cover it, or buy a car and then 2 miles later off the lot. It's not. If they're going to give it to you in writing from whoever you're buying it from, if it's a dealership,
right, that
they're covering it during that break-in period before your extended warranty kicks in, then you need to get that in writing, and you need to make sure that it's clearly written on there, not just a word of mouth. I mean, I wish that we could still live in that a man's only as good as his word, which I totally believe that 100%. But when it comes to something like that, you need to have it in writing that they're going to cover that gap period of it, because that's a real thing, that they are going to make money. They have processes to pay out. Right. Some companies are better than others. We could name them. You could Google them and find them out. But the bottom line is that they're not going to cover something instantaneously on it's a pre-existing condition, no different.
And a lot of them will say, oh, day one warranty. And you probably hear this in the finance office. Day one warranty. If a car breaks down tomorrow, it's covered. But that's a bunch of baloney, because every time we call to do a claim, they want to know the mileage, because basically in that jargon, there's the vehicle has to be driven a certain amount of miles, and a certain amount of months or time has to have a certain amount of days since you had the policy. Yes, it's a day one warranty in the sense of you bought it today and this is when it starts, but there's a break-in period, and they put stuff in place to protect them, because people are taking broke cars, adding extended warranties, and trying to get the extended warranty to pay for it.
Yeah, and the warranty that costs the cheapest and says they're covering the most, that's a no-brainer. That's probably not true.
Right. And one thing, it just came to my mind, is wording, because there are more and more extended warranties that are popping up, and they're in the business to make money. Wording is something that is honed in on by them. So when we call in for a claim, they're asking us questions, and depending on how we answer that question and the descriptive words we use to why this part failed or whatever, they have certain trigger words that if you say this word, boom, it's declined, because that's something that is not covered or is a manufacturer defect. So they're asking specific questions, and I don't want to say in a bad way. They're trying to protect themselves and their investment, but there are trigger words, I would say, that will automatically get that claim denied.
That's absolutely true. It's true. I've been victim of it for my customers a few times, telling them that it's broken. Well, why is it broken? Well, it failed. Well, why did it fail? And then you say something that is the reason on something that's component that does break, and they're like, oh, well, he said, okay, well, we're denying it, even though you got it approved by another company the week before, which it becomes, again, to trust what your shop is able to do and how they're able to negotiate through the process of giving them what they want and what they need to prove the point, to get it expedited as fast as possible, not in a fraudulent way, but just in an effective way.
And I don't know what it was. I don't remember which customer it was, but something about if it's a known issue, or that there was a service bulletin or something on it that they don't cover it?
Yeah, sometimes they're has this TSB been performed before yet? They need to know that all the steps have been performed before on something that's super common that made it through the assembly line, and they knew it was going to be a problem.
Right.
And then they're not covering it if this wasn't done, XYZ wasn't done before. So make sure that your shop knows how to navigate that properly,
right,
and that they're preemptively doing that. And knowing that your car on an extended warranty could be down for a little bit, like Mike says, and you have to have a secondary backup, because they're going to send down an independent adjuster to look at it to confirm that. It's not always going to be just like they told you in the beginning. Hey, you paid the $200 a month, and your car's going to go in and it's covered, and it's covered. Don't worry, you're just going to pay your deductible and you're going to pick your car up real quick. That is not always the case. Most of the time, it's not the case. Make sure that you understand when you're going to drop your car off somewhere on a warranty claim that you're going to be responsible for the diagnosis, and until the company approves anything, that you're the responsible one for your car, right, not the warranty company, until they approve it.
And not to say there aren't warranty companies that do, but it's rare, I would say. Somebody that they pay whatever. It's even some extended warranties that offer a rental car, but it's not going to be $100 a month.
Not usually.
Right.
Not usually. That would be a dream.
Right. So the more you pay, they're probably going to cover more. But then again, when you're buying that car, you need to factor in that monthly payment or that lump sum, because sometimes they put in a lump sum.
I would agree with the savings part of it. I mean, especially on a car with a relatively lower mileage, it might be beneficial for you in the beginning to just start putting. Oh, I was going to pay $150 a month for a warranty. You might as well put $150 into some kind of investment,
right?
That you can gain a little bit of money on it, and that could be your fund for a breakdown.
Right.
Even though we know that $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 is normal. I mean, we've done $10,000 claims on a car, and then they're covering it again. 3 months later,
right,
on their max payout.
Right.
So, but that's rare that we see that happens. So,
and I don't know if it's, and we don't know if they booted them off the policy after that.
No, we don't know that.
For that time and that second time, it was covered. So I can just, and I can't remember what company that was, but they did take care of the customer on that one. So
yes,
all of them aren't bad stories. We've had more bad stories than good, but the thing is, do your research on the extended warranty, and sometimes bigger companies that we've had somebody say, oh, well, I don't use this extended warranty, blah blah blah, but they have a lot of splinter kind of extended warranties. Even though it's a different name, it's all tied up to the company that you say you don't like, but they've made other little companies that now you're locked in with. But when we call the claim in, it's going to that company.
Yeah, the root claims office is still the same.
Right.
Exactly.
So they own them.
Yeah.
all.
So company reputation should precede itself. Word of mouth from the people that that have warranties and how their experience was.
Right.
That's great. And you can ask your shop, hey, which warranties have you seen that are good? I mean, and like we said, there's just too many of them now.
Right.
I mean, to know which ones are the best, but there is a few out there that are better than others.
And what you just said, that is a great question to ask your technician. Which companies do you have the least issues with?
Yes, exactly.
Doing claims, because they're probably going to be priced a little higher, but in the event of a breakdown, that's who you want in your corner is those companies. And one thing that just popped in my head about extended warranty companies is specifically those that like to go to dealerships. They're breaking ties with extended warranties. They're not dealing with them anymore because of them not covering everything. So they're done. So
they're not paying their price.
Right.
That's what it boils down to. I mean, make sure that it's not just a discount plan,
Right.
because that's usually what it's boiling down to. A lot of times it's an extended warranty, but when we're calling to make a claim, they're saying, hey, can you lower your labor rate?
Right.
You haven't even seen what's wrong with the car yet. They're
Right.
asking me to lower my labor rate down to something else that's not. So it becomes a discount plan
Right.
more than it is an actual coverage with a deductible. It's not like an insurance claim.
Right.
It's an extended discount plan. So make sure that you asking the right questions. And if you don't know the questions to ask, you reach out to your technician, your mechanic, or you can comment to us. We'll be
Right.
more than happy to give you any information that you'd like to know about it.
Right. Remember, it was that one that they required, like it was a discount plan. They only paid a certain percentage of it, but also you had to get the parts from Rockout or something like that.
Yeah, they were getting parts from alternative sites that
Right.
that don't have that. Make sure that which would hamper any kind of warranty
Right.
on that part. I mean, here we give a 2-year, 24,000 miles of warranty on most things, and it's because we use our local people
Right.
that we can get right away from it. We're not ordering stuff from Amazon, even
Right.
though it might be the same. They say it's the same,
Right.
or Rock Auto, where you can't even get a person on the telephone. I got nothing against those places to get parts,
Right.
but as far as how fast you can get your car back and how fast you can warranty parts, make sure that your warranty company, your extended warranty company, is they're accepting the parts that your facility is using. Not trying to claim their own, and then your car's down like at the dealer. Yeah, bring it in. It's going to be 30 days before we get to it,
Right.
but you have to get in line
Right.
for 30 days.
Right.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you, we don't take your extended warranty.
Right.
So, okay, yeah, sign me up for that, because that's not effective, and
Right.
that's not effective for anybody. And that would be the con on, okay, I got the warranty. They don't take it. They sold it to me,
Right.
and they don't take it.
Right.
So,
And another thing is we had one customer, they're making you pay for the repair. So whatever it is, and especially if you have a BMW, Audi, or whatever, do you have the money to dish up 10,000 out of your account and then fight the extended warranty to get your money back?
exactly. Like they said, the investment plan, you might as well
Right.
take that repair money and put it in a CD at least. You get a few percentages off of it rather
Right.
than not do it. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
And we've done it for years, just going back and forth with extended warranties, and sometimes it's more trouble than it's worth. But we know that keeping I don't know how I'm trying to say it, but being persistent, kind of wearing them out to get this claim pushed, is something that we know we have to do to get you your car back fixed.
Yeah, make sure
faster.
that the technician or shop that you use is willing to do that, because sometimes you can be on the phone twice. Sometimes you can be on the phone. I've documented up to 6-7 hours. You're on the telephone waiting and on hold, and then oh shoot, they only gave me 2 seconds to answer, and I was on hold for over an hour.
Right.
I mean, that would be, I mean, I would say, what do they cover? How much does it cost? The claim process, customer service, and the company's reputation. Those are just a nutshell of the notes that I took.
Right.
Before we were going to sit down and talk about, what's best for us.
Right,
We're
right.
in it with you. I mean, we're not just a separate entity. We're two guys that work on cars. We deal with the warranty companies, and we want you to be informed on what you're going to get covered and what you're not going to get covered.
Right. Right. And the last thing I want to bring attention to is, talking about extended warranties and talking about dealerships, is a story about a guy that bought a brand new truck, and going into the finance office, they talked him into buying an extended warranty on a brand new truck that was still under his basic warranty. Kind of selling that fear that, hey, you're covered if anything happens. No, you're already covered if anything happens, because you're still under the factory warranty. So
Yeah, you don't need to shop for a warranty until the factory warranty is going to come up.
right.
So
I told him about that, and he was like, "What? Never thought that he could do that." And this extended warranty was $8,000. So when I told him that he could cancel and they had to give him his money,
but it only raises your payment $3 a month.
right, because well, in that aspect, with that $8,000, yeah. So in that aspect, he canceled it, he got his money back, and he's loving it. And I told him, don't worry about an extended warranty until your basic warranty is about to go out, and then get covered what you want covered, which I would recommend powertrain. Or if you have a vehicle that has 20 computers on it, you might want the full shabam. You want everything covered.
Exactly.
So, especially your Audis, and when we hook our scan tool up, it might be a vehicle that has 20 plus computers on it, because there's a computer that controls everything now. So just something to think about in the finance office. Don't get sold on an extended warranty. If your car is brand new and still under the basic warranty, you don't need to address the extended warranty until that basic warranty goes out.
Yeah, there is no double dipping.
Right.
So you're not going to get paid twice.
No. So that money's just out the door. And another nugget is, let's say you got an extended warranty and you paid the lump sum and you sold that car within a year. You can still call that extended warranty, cancel it, and get the rest of your money that wasn't used. You can get that refunded to you. So a lot of people don't know that. You sold the car, you can get that back. So
yes, sir.
So that's all I have on that. And like always, if you have any questions or comments about extended warranties, or have questions about extended warranties, don't hesitate to leave us a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get notified of any new videos that we have coming out. Thank you for joining us.